I've crashed the van with the help of my mom, and we've got some new wheels. This is going to take some unravelling to do. But that is why the rooftop box is actually in the back of the van. But let's start with the sick new wheels. And believe it or not, those sick new wheels, which I'll show you again later, they were free. You might remember in my last video, I got some new tyres. Well, one of them had a slow puncture. Now, it didn't matter how much mileage I'd done within those days. It was just every 3 days. I could do 1,000 mile or 200 mile. It didn't matter. Every 3 days, I needed to repump it up. So I took it back. When I got back, I took it back up to the garage and I said, look, you put this tyre on last week and I think it's got a slow puncture. Can you check it out for me? They're like, yeah, no problems. We don't do dodgy tyres here, so I don't think it's a problem with the tyre, but we'll have a look. So there's me thinking, oh no, my wheel's broken or something like that. They dropped it under the water, lo and behold, tiniest little hole in the actual tyre itself. So, oh, okay, then let's get it off and have a look inside, see if there's anything that's pierced all the way through. They took the tyre off and there was an old repair already done on that tyre that was a major repair, and it shouldn't have really gone on the van, to be fair. And the owner of it was one of those old school places where you've got the old boy there and he trains all his younger staff and stuff like that, and he lined up all of his staff, had a massive go at them all. This tyre should never have gone on a vehicle, let alone a van that's got some weight in it and all this sort of stuff. He kicked off. He said, don't worry sir, we're going to sort you out, we're going to whack you a new tyre on and all this sort of stuff. I was like, yeah, bonus. He saw me out the corner of his eye looking at the wheels that they had in the corner. They had some like old alloys and stuff, loads of different ones, and he said, do you like them? I said, yeah, I'm wondering whether that actually fits on the van. And he says, well, we'll try one. Now, these alloys, they were 18-inch. They were Mondeo ST220 alloys. So they're a lot wider and just a general bigger alloy. I've gone from 16s now up to 18s. So I didn't think they'd fit. And I thought if I went full lock on the steering, would they rub? Because the tyres are actually a lot thicker. They're a chunk thicker as well. So he put one on and I full locked it and I was like, oh, they don't rub, and oh, they're quite nice. And I went, go on then, give us a price. I didn't really have the money, but I thought, I'm thinking, what, 300-400 quid? He goes, I tell you what, sir, this is where his amazing salesperson comes into play. Didn't think about this until after. He goes, if you buy 4 tyres for them, you can have the wheels. I beg your pardon? He goes, yeah. I goes, me being a little crafty, well, if I do that, will you give me a discount if I sell you the tyres that I've already got on the van? Because they are pretty decent. He's like, yeah, we'll give you a discount on the tyres and stuff. Priced it all up, 100 quid. 4 tyres, 4 new alloys. Pff, yeah, I'll take that any day. The joy with them being low profile tyres as well is the diameter of the wheel is only a little bit bigger than what the 16s were with the bigger tyres as well. So it's not really changed the speedo much or anything like that. It's a lot more stable on the road because the tyres are a lot thicker. I'm well chuffed with the new wheels. There you go. Look at that. How cool is that? But yeah, the roof box, it's just not on the roof, is it? It's sat there in the back of the van with loads of new scrapes all the way down there. How did I do that? So yeah, I did crash the van and I did sort of bump on that. But the way it happened was, we all went for a family day out. There was my dad in his car with the kids and stuff, me and my mum in the van, and we're just following him along and stuff like that. We go for a family day out. My brother's just come over from America, first time since COVID. So it was a big deal sort of thing. We all go out, my dad just goes, did I know where I'm going? Flies into the car park underneath a height restriction. And I stop. As soon as I see the height restriction, I'm not getting in there. It says 2.1 metres, I'm 2.3. I'm not getting in there. Didn't even think that the wheels were a little bit bigger and that could have hired me up as well. That didn't cross my mind. I just said, nope, can't do it. And my mum, she sat in the passenger seat, bless her. Oh my God, Mum, we're not going to fit. We're not going to fit. What are we going to do? How are we going to do this? What? Don't worry, Mum. Don't worry, Mum. Don't worry. Calm her down. You go out there and have a look. I'll drive dead slowly underneath it and we'll just see if we clear. Tell me if I'm not going to clear it, and we'll go park somewhere else. It's not an issue. She goes, oh, yeah, okay then, okay. She gets out. Big responsibility. She goes, stands over there. She's like, yeah, come on then. So I'm going through. She goes, oh yeah, you've got loads of room. Yeah, oh, it's getting a little bit tight. Oh, that is getting a little bit tight. Yeah, oh yes, you've made it. So I think, okay, then go. So what happened was, the rooftop box is like that, and I'd hit the height restriction, but it had pushed the van down on the suspension, so it just scraped the top of the rooftop box. I was like, so there we go. That's knackered. So I gets in, and I'm like, how am I going to get out? The height restriction's still there. That's not been moved. So I had to get the rooftop box off, chuck it in the back. But then, well, look, how nice does it look without the rooftop box on? So now I'm thinking I've got to keep it off. which means everything that's in that rooftop box is too heavy at the minute. There's loads of stuff in there, so I've got to get it out, get everything out of it, put everything that I need back in the van and find storage for it within the van, and then I don't know, that's it. The rooftop box is going to stay probably in the studio for the next God knows how long. But then I'm thinking the roof rack, ooh, I could do with getting the roof rack off and then getting one of those thin flexible solar panels. I could do a full solar panel across the roof, and then it's going to look real stealth. Look, just check it out. I'll keep the bedding in the van, but everything else can go in storage. I don't know if I've actually shown you guys the studio yet. Obviously it's all a mess because this was all over there, but we needed to get into that cupboard for a service and a gas safety inspection. A few tarantulas, and there he is down there. It's night time, so it's getting a bit darker. You got Diego sat there loving life. There's something in there and down there, and we've got whoosh, the green tree python up there. Ultron, doosh, Hugo just there, and sticking his head out the pipe up there, you've got Popcorn. Obviously he's a big ass snake because he's all the way over here. Can't forget the leopard gecko setup. I have a few people asking about the reptiles. I still have them. They're just in the studio and we're loving life to the max. Again, it's a mess. I've just chucked everything in, but at the minute we've got storage going that way under the bed, so we pull it out that way. But when the bed's fully extended, we can't really get to them at all. So what I'm thinking is, if I make the bed permanently out, take this board off here and there, and have long drawers that come like all the way out. That's extra storage, extra space, plus the spare wheel, the nut for it's like all the way under there, so I'll be able to get to that in a case of an emergency too. She's definitely going to look way more stealthy once I've got the roof rack off and the solar panel across the back. That's just an idea I'm playing around with. There's a lot that goes in behind that, because where the roof rack bolts through into the ceiling, I'm going to have to get some of the carpet down in the back, this sealant carpet stuff, and get to the bolts and get them undone. And then I've got to seal the holes that are up there. You can buy a sealing kit for these vans. Ooh. So that'll be done. Here's a top little hack for you for your air conditioning recharge on your vans. Groupon. I've just been onto Groupon. ATS have got a deal on there, £37.50. You pay it on Groupon and you just book it online. Done and dusted. Piece of cake. It's supposed to be £63, £37 to do it. That'll do me. Let's go park somewhere in the shade so we can sort out the back and tidy it up a little bit. There we go. Drone, fridge, bed fully out. Oh, there we go. Bed fully out. My head goes this side, so the pillows are there. I put the boots and walking stuff under there. I've got to find space for that. Dirty clothes, got to find space for that. But it's working. I mean, dirty clothes can go behind one of the seats. I've just had an idea. Shall I keep the roof rack? Hear me out, and deck it. But decking up there. Maybe add a little bit of side storage up there or up there, just for little bits and bobs. I've still got all my storage there, and if I pull this back I can move that down. I've got storage under there too. So I guess it's just trial and error. Try this, see how I go. At least now I can get to all the bits on the roof rack that I missed when I was painting it, you know, like there, and well, have a look underneath it. Yeah, there's loads of bits I missed when I was painting it. And to top it off, I've just crashed my drone on top of the hill. About 100 metres up, it ejected its own battery and thought, nope, I'm going down. Armageddon of drone. It's a bit broken. On the plus side, I have just got this octopusy sticky suction cup looking things. This is so I can sort of like stick it onto the side of the van sort of thing, and then just like drop a GoPro on the top of it and just carry on driving around, you know, shots just like this. A living while you're in the van, or growing a business to support you in the future, oftentimes it means you've got to invest sometimes. I've invested in a little bit of camera gear, I've broken a little bit of camera gear, but that's going to be my future, so I'll invest now. Always look on the bright. Subscribe.